BattleToads. Most Nintendo video game playing 70s and 80s babies will remember the frustrating, almost impossible to beat but creative beat 'em up game known as the BattleToads. Playing as three elements that plague every teenager, zits, pimple, and rash. That last one I sure hope you got looked at. You fight the Dark Queen in a 2D style game that features bike racing, rappelling down a cave, and final kills aka smash hits that include physical transformations like a giant boot ricocheting enemy off of the screen. Most will remember the vehicles where the speed and obstacles provided an almost impossible challenge, and without a save feature, there were many NESs shattered that day. Fast forward almost 30 years, and after several ports of the game, Xbox has released a newer version, one that looks like the creators of Kim Possible may have developed, with about 4 hours of gameplay, 2 hours of cutscenes, 1 hour of mobile games, and an hour of intense and no doubt difficult butt-kicking and vehicle chase scenes. We have the 2020 pandemic version of BattleToads. This version attempts to offer every age and every genre lover something to cry and scream about. The bike chases were fast, impossible to beat without dying, and satisfying when completed. The fight scenes are littered with enemies everywhere with little idea of what's happening. Just keep punching, man! The humor is plentiful, almost too much, but heck, it makes fun of its own self on multiple occasions, and how maybe they're just trying too hard. Just as you think these toads are another trio of green idiots, Rash pops off with something profound and, may I say, quite intelligent. With the difficulty level high, the game does one thing right. Nostalgia. That's right. For the same reason we 70s and 80s babies watch Stranger Things, we play games just like this. Nostalgia pays, which is the title of my story for the day, with a side of gaming in the background. I hope you enjoy it. Please leave a nice like or a dislike. It's all good, friends. Subscribing is super helpful, and I hope you stick around for the story. Thank you. Why nostalgia pays. Nostalgia pays for a multitude of reasons. One, because we love the past. We want to return to a previous good time. We just want it to last. We dream of a time when toads and turtles ran rampant at the local arcade. We dream of being a little guy with a red or green hat that saves the day. Our costumes during the great month of October consist of a green turtle shell, a blue hedgehog, or Duke Nukem blasting baddies back to hell. Or maybe your forte was a green-hatted swordsman fighting to save his favorite lady princess, pretending with your friends to be Ryu or possibly Ken instead. Shooting fireballs out of your hands and yelling, "Get over here!" as your friend sliced you down with Cloud's oversized sword and eccentric hair. Nostalgia pays because the past brings the perfect days where the sound of Duck Hunt rings in our ears. With this memory, the truth of today fades away as the reality disappears. Today we reminisce in the emotional thoughts of taking down the Acid Man with your Mega Man robot arm, then stealing his power and defeating the Drill Man unharmed. Playing as a Super Toad with the personality of a 10-year-old, not knowing that in 30 years nostalgia would create a story retold. A story about three green creatures that fight like Bruce Lee, three punk brothers that constantly disagree. They fight hordes of various creatures, none of which you've ever seen. Watch out for the glass-head aliens and their unavoidable brain beam. The moment you jump on the motorbikes, the nostalgia really begins. Your fingers beg you for mercy as if they committed the sins. Dodging obstacles like there's no tomorrow. The moment you hop on Jeff will bring laughter and soon sorrow. Your fingers must remember ice carpet sponge, sponge carpet ice, until your thumb says no more and request you please be nice. At this moment, the repressed memories pour in. The 30-year-old memories of zooming through that subway begin. As I repeatedly die without a save point yet invented, I think to myself eating glass has to be easier. Heck, so should marriage and commitment. Fast forward 30 years later, my fingers are slower, but the game hasn't changed. It's still very much a hater. Leave me to my Stranger Things and to my 80s movies, to my Mega Man and my BattleToads groupies. I refuse to give up because this is a memory of the good old day, proof as my wallet gets smaller that nostalgia really does pay.